Hi everyone, in today's video we're going to have another go at a modelling task. So we're going to have a go at modelling this one. Oh, if I can get that to go away, there we go. So if you want to follow along as I'm doing it, I will put the link to this technical drawing in the description. So I've not had a go at doing this before, I just picked it because I thought it looked quite interesting, there's quite a little bits going on. So this is me doing it for the first time as well, so I'm going to put that onto my second screen. And let's get going. So I'll start with a sketch on this plane here. If I go quiet for a second, it's because I'm trying to look at some key measurements. Just looking at it now, I think obviously I'll start with that circle in the middle. I'm gonna get this basic oval shape done. So we've got the sketch at the top here. We've got the sectional analysis down at the bottom here, so we know how thick certain parts are supposed to be. So we'll go there. If I get stuck, I'll bring it back over to the screen so you can sort of see where my thinking is. All right, so first one, let's go with circle. All right, let's do what's first circle. We want diameter of 100. So let's just bring that out. And then remember, we know it's diameter because we've got that little circle with a cross through it, so that's a diameter symbol. So I'm going to click, and that needs to be 100. Okay. And then what we need to have, let's have a line. Let's bring this out. Let's dimension this to be 110. But we want that to be a construction line because it's not actually part of the thing. We'll have another circle, and that is diameter of 60. So that's. You can enter these dimensions as you're going. So, say for example, if I'm doing a sketch there, you can enter the dimensions there. But sometimes on these they mix it up. So sometimes it'll have diameter, sometimes it'll have radius. So I like to just click, and then if I hit D for dimension, drag out. Then if you right click, then you can swap between diameter and radius that way. So that's the main reason why I don't sort of dimension it as I'm doing it, but there's no reason why you can't do it that way. Okay, so we want a line to be tangent like that, and to do that I'm just clicking, holding shift like that. Ooh. You need to tangent, there we go. And you know it's gone tangent because it's got those little symbols there. Most of the times Fusion will try and constrain it for you if it tries to figure out what you're trying to do. So it'll try and constrain for you. Sometimes, a lot of the time it gets it right, it's really, really helpful. Sometimes it doesn't, and it becomes a bit of a faff, but it's more useful than not. Okay, this one is 30. Okay. Let's have a look. Right, we need to have. Let's do the circle up at the top as well. So that one is diameter of 60. But how far away is that? So that is. Okay, so what we're going to do, I'm just going to do a line up here first of all. And I'm just going to do a line up here. And first of all, I'm just going to dimension that angle, which should be 51. Okay, so that's the right angle we want. We then want to change this length. It needs to be 127. Okay, there we go. So next, this bigger circle needs to be 60. And that is still diameter. Because this is parametric, if you do end up doing radius and diameter, it's quite easy to change. It just sometimes it's a bit of a faff, it's a bit annoying. Because I've done it before and I've realised partway through a drawing I've been doing it all diameters instead of radiuses and the other way around. It's a little bit soul destroying. Okay, and then we want 9, and then we're going to do Remember as well, if it gets a bit messy, you can turn constraints and dimensions off as well. You can also grab your dimensions and move them out of the way as well if you are really crowded. So I've not actually been very tidy with me putting my dimensions anywhere, but we'll deal with that if it becomes an issue later. Okay, and then okay, and at the minute we know it's all constrained because it's black. Some people are really like pedantic about making sure everything's completely constrained, and yeah, it helps, but sometimes it's not massively necessary. I mean, if something isn't constrained at the end of the day, I'm like, oh, it's fine. It's not a big deal. Some people are like really funny and want to make sure everything is absolutely constrained, but I'm not too fussed. Let's just turn that into construction line. Okay, so I'm going to drag this over so you can see where we've got. Essentially, we've got the outline of the overall sort of shape there. We need to just figure out these little dimensions in the middle and these little dimensions here. But that's not taking too long, so let's have a look. So we definitely do need to have, though, a radius there should be 12. Okay. Okay, I'm just trying to find any other circle dimensions that I can at the minute. Okay, so this is going to get a little bit messy. Let's just make that construction line as well so it's out of the way. Okay, I'm doing the line, come out. That needs to be 20. And then from that, we have a circle of 40. So we're going to come dimension, it's 44 diameter. Okay. Okay, and then in the middle of that, we've got, so if I'm going quiet, I want to make sure that you can see my sort of thought process of where we're going at. So what I'm sort of looking at now is these circles in here. So I'm just trying to see, you can see they've got a little vague circle drawn there. So I think this circle here is 44, this internal circle here is 30, and that's then patterned around with our circles there. So that's what we're going to have a look at doing. So I'm trying to make sure I don't go quiet and you don't understand why I'm doing what I'm doing. Hopefully me rambling as I'm doing it, some people find helpful. I always find I prefer tutorials where people are explaining what they're doing rather than like having music on and doing it, because it doesn't actually help that much. Okay, let's turn that into a construction, and then what we want to have is a circle there, and that one needs to be 8. And then let's have that. Okay, let's drag that round so we know horizontal, vertical is what we want. So what I'm going to say is I want that center of that circle to be horizontal to that one, and that's going to snap in place. Okay, so from there we can just go create circular pattern. I want this circular pattern center up there, and it says we want 7. So let's just up that. Okay, that bit's done. We then just trying to have a look now. So we have got this bit, this bit. So I'm trying to figure out the dimensions for here now. So we know the distance between those two is 10. So obviously from the center line it's 5 and 5. What I'm just trying to find is if there is like an overall circle. So I think this internal one here is radius of 25. So that will be that circle there. Will be 25. Which looks about right, because that means it's down to 50 and that's got down to 44, so that'll make that slightly bigger, which is what we're pretty sure is right. These have got a radius of 5, so I'm just trying to see, is there anything, is there a distance between there and there anywhere? No, so that 20 is to do with the distance from there to there. 100 we already got, 40 we already got that. Have that. You do have to be careful sometimes, is that there might be missing dimensions every once in a while. Right, let's just do what we know. So I'm going to do this circle here of radius 25, and I'll do that line there that we know about. It will then just be this circle, but I'll come back to that and then we'll do these. So here we know this one is parallel lines from there, and then it's distance of 10, and then it's just a fillet of 5 as well, which is quite easy to do. So we can do that as well. So let's do circle, see on keyboard, and we are going to do from this center. And click. And this is why I always do it this way, right click and then radius, and that should be 25. There we go. Yeah, that looks right. Okay, and then let's do offset. So offset from that, I'm going to do 5. Okay, and then do the other side, do -5. I'm just going to trim this bit because we don't need those bits there. And same with, same with. I do like to try and keep my sketches tidy because it starts to make me, I get distracted easily and I go, oh, what's that? And I get myself confused. But you don't have to trim stuff if you don't want to. I just, because like at the minute, this is still getting a bit busy for me. I'm like, ugh, but yeah, it is what it is. Okay, so we know we've got that. So we just need to figure out what size circle that one is. Right, we'll come back to that. We'll come back to it. All right. So now let's do. Will it work if I do this? No, let's do. Okay, let's do 9. Let's do. I want you to be parallel to you. And I want the distance there to there to be 10. That's the same on the other side. Let's just trim that. Do the same thing down here. So let's just do line. Let's do parallel you to there, and distance from there to there is 10 as well. And then let's just trim. Okay. So then we just need to figure out, so let's bring this back over again. So you see what we've got here. So we've done those lines there. Again, it's just, we know we've got a radius of there. I just need to figure out, there's nothing to indicate the length of that, annoyingly. Okay. In fact, no, it is. So it's coming. Yeah, no, it's not, is it? I was going to say it's coming from that point upwards, but it isn't. Okay. Right, let's. Well, hang on. What if I just do this? No, you can't fit it from there, can you? Okay. Right. And fill it. Oh no. And let's fit it there and do 5 as well. I'll just trim off the excess there. Okay, and we'll do here as well. So let's come down, fill it, do 5. Okay, so that part is done. Let's come and do the one up here. So same thing really. So let's do line. I'll do another line here as well. Okay. You to parallel to you. Right. You to parallel with you. No, that's not done what I asked. There we go. No. Why are you not on parallel? Okay. Why have you not done that? Right, let's try that again. Line. Parallel. You be parallel with you. There you go. Okay. Line. You be parallel with you. There we go. Okay. I don't know why I was doing that. Right. Let's do. Okay. Then fit 5. Oh no. I shouldn't have done that bit yet. I need to do the distance, don't I? Okay, so I'm going to go dimension, you, dimension there to there, should be 10. There you go. That's what I was doing wrong. Distance from there to there. Should be 10. Okay, that makes more sense. Okay. There we go. And then fillet there and there. 5. Okay, that makes much more sense. And then we just need to extend those lines. So let's go to extend. And then let's do line across. And then we'll trim those bits. Okay, and I've just realised the bit that we did wrong here, so I'm just going to get rid of these quickly. Because as I was doing that, it just came to me. Okay, right. Let's do line, line, parallel. No, that one, parallel. There, and there, and distance. And there to there should be 10. And then same again, there to there should be 10. Okay, then it's that join there that it should be filleting from. Okay, there we go. That's what I was missing. There, that should be 5. If you ever wanted proof that I don't practice this beforehand, there it is. Okay, that 5. But it's good because you can realise that you can go back and make changes quite easily. There, okay, that's right. So in fact, I think I probably need to just do the same on this side actually. So let's extend, join those up. Okay, and then fillet. Ooh. 5. In fact, then just get rid of this bit. Okay, so we've got all of that. So the only thing we're missing still is this circle length here. That's the only thing I can't figure out that I'm missing. Part of me thinks that it's going to be a distance of 10, like an off, like because we got distance from there to there is 10 and there to there is 10. It looks pretty similar to there, so that's what my current thinking is, because all these measurements have already been used in something. Okay, that's what I'm going to go with, because that's what seems to make the most sense. It might genuinely be that that is a missing measurement, which blatantly sounds like I'm making an excuse. Okay, so let's do an offset from there. Oh, offset. There we go. That's what I want to do. I'm going to do -10. Yeah, now that looks That definitely looks right. And then we're going to do some fillets of radius of 5. Okay, hang on, let's just trim some stuff there, several layers. Okay, so now we're going to do some fillets. And I think we are the same on all of those by the looks of it. So let's just do, yeah, that's right, definitely. And then the last ones. Oh, because I've done, okay. What I'm actually going to do then, let's delete that. Because I use that circle to put it there, it's removed the rest of it, so I'm just going to mirror that across. Let's go to create, mirror, let's select you, and then let's just mirror that over. There we go, cool. Okay, so let's just turn off constraints, dimensions, so you can see where we are. So that's what we've got in terms of our sketch. If I bring this over, I'm pretty sure that's everything. The only thing we weren't 100% sure on, so at first actually what we've done through it, we didn't really know the line here, but then I figured out that actually it's where it's meeting, that line there was tangent, and then it was meeting up there, and then it was filleted, so we figured that bit out. The rest of it was pretty simple. These ones were all quite simple. It was just circular pattern, diameter of 8, blah, blah, blah. We knew this internal circle here. The only one we didn't know was this external circle here. And even looking now, it might well be that after I've recorded this and I've like posted it, so I go, oh yeah, it was here. The only thing I did then was because it looked the same as the distance from there to there, which is 10 mil, so we did an offset from that circle of 10 mil. That's the only one we couldn't quite get. So now we're just going to use these measurements to extrude it to make it into the actual 3D object. So at the minute, it's all just one single sketch. So let's just finish the sketch. I want to come out. Okay, so first of all, the overall height of, let's go hit E for on our keyboard. Let's grab these. And then we are going to do symmetrical, and then we're going to do 20. I'm making sure we're doing half length here. So if I do the full length, I'd make sure I do 40, but typically the standard one is that one. And the reason why I'm doing it in the middle is so that when I do, because this one's a slightly different height, I want to make sure I've got that correct. Okay, and while I'm just doing it, actually, what I am going to do is grab that as well. Now those circles go all the way through anyway. Okay, I need to turn my sketch back on. Right, let's now hit E. And the distance for this, and this is 10. So let's do two-sided. No, like symmetric. The full distance this time, I will do 10. Sorry, no, it's not, it's 22. So I'm going to go right click, edit feature. So it should be That should be 20. Okay, so 20. And then hit E again. Let's grab. Oh, I should have grabbed this profile as well. There you go. And then we'll hit E, and then let's grab that profile, and then that is down 10. So in fact, hang on. Let's delete that one. Okay. So let's do E, grab those two profiles, and that should be symmetric, and that should be total distance of 10. Okay. Then E, yeah, it's much faster. Let's grab those, and that will be symmetric, and that should be total distance of 20. There you go. Okay. Then this circle here, E, let's grab that. That should be total of 22. So again, symmetric. Let's go total. Let's do 22. Like that. And then all we have left to do is cut this circle out going down 10 mil. So the best way to do that is let's just create a sketch. Let's P for project. Let's just project that onto the surface. E, and that needs to go down -4. And then because that is symmetrical, let's go to create mirror. Let's do features. Let's grab that extrude. And then because we did it right in the middle of the plane, let's grab that bottom plane. If I try and run, you see what's going to happen. Oh no, I've got the wrong plane. I want this one. If you're wondering how I'm like pointing for it, if you hold down, so if I click that for a second, because I can't reach that plane, if you hold down with your left mouse button, and it essentially lets you like look through objects to select different things. So I want that plane. Then if I come around, you see it's going to come through on that side. Okay, let's turn that sketch off. Okay, and let's just have a little double check. Okay, so we've got a few little fillets to do, but we've got the overall shape done. So now basically all these little internal bits, we've got fillets. So I hit F, fillet R2. Yeah, that's everywhere. So I'm just going to hold down Control on my keyboard. Like that. It's not on that bit. It's just on the internal. Just on the internals? Yeah, just on the internal bits. So that's not on that one. You could do this as all individual fillets, but it's just easier to keep it all as one feature in your timeline. And all I'm doing is every time I want to redo it, hold down Control and I can select another one. That's all of those. Then, yeah, there's no other fillets on the side. That's just, there's one last one. There it is. Bring it over. last one. Okay, flip it back over, and we are done. So let's get up our final, or our technical drawing. So obviously that was our outcome, our what we're aiming to achieve. Hopefully you found me like narrating my thought process useful and sort of like where I'm going with it. What I was trying to do really was trying to keep it as like one sketch if possible. Well, I ended up doing 2 sketches in the end, but it's mostly one main sketch and loads of like extrudes and mirrors and that sort of thing. As I said, the only thing we weren't 100% sure on that we couldn't find was the distance between those 2 circles, but actually looking at the technical drawing, I think we got that right. I think it was supposed to be an offset of 10 mil. But last little thing, let's just give that a little save. So this is the second challenge, and then let's go over to render. Just give it a material. Let's go for something like we'll go with something like that. Okay, so yeah, I'm going to leave that to render, and I'll put that as the thumbnail, do a local render. Hopefully you found that useful and interesting. If you've got any questions or any requests or anything like that, please leave a comment down below. If you found out I was wrong about that distance there, please let me know and tell me where it was, because I would find that very interesting. Either leave a comment down below or email me at designwithsimon@outlook.com. So our render's just finished. Boom, and there we go.